Hey guys, today's exercise routine is going to be kind of a difficult one. I would suggest this would be for people who are intermediate skill or to advanced skill level as far as exercising is concerned. Also, this would need a couple of different pieces of equipment. You're going to need maybe a medicine ball or a plate. A good plate would be one with grips on them. You will need dumbbells. You're going to need some type of bar as far as a dumb as far as for weights or for like a something that can support your weight. So this routine is going to be like sort of like the first one I did on this channel, but you're going to do 3 sets of 2. And in each set there's 2 different exercises. You're going to do those exercises 3 times, and the set number that is part of that routine, that exercise group, you're going to try to hit that number. You don't have to hit that number, but once you hit that number, you're going to stop. So if the number's too easy for you, then you just hit 20 and you stop, or you hit 12 and then you stop. If you can't reach that number, that's fine, because you're trying to get as close as you can to that number, that goal number. Okay, so the first exercise you're going to be doing is a squat press. A squat press you're going to do 20 times. Okay, to do a squat press, you're going to need either a medicine ball, like this, or a plate, like the one I have. This makes it easier if you can hold on to it, so it has grips. But with the plate, you're going to grab it on the opposite sides, both hands around the same area. You're going to hold the weight above your chest, elbows not synced in and not flared out, but basically straight down. Okay? Like this from the side. When you squat down, you can do it wide. You can do it the normal, which is shoulder width apart. Or you can do it wide. You can do it toes out. That's up to you. But you want to do a clean squat, especially since you got the weight on you. You don't want to hurt your back or anything like that when you're doing these squats. So do a squat. Do a weight that you can manage, because you're trying to hit 20, and you don't want to. Well, I'm doing a certain amount of weight. I can't hit 20. I can barely hit 10, but I'm gonna do it just because. Now do something that you can get really close to 20. So then you take the weight, you squat down. You can let your elbows touch your knees if you want. But then when you go back up, you're gonna press the weight over top of your head, directly over top of your head. Can't really see it from here, but instead of it being in front like this, you want it directly over top of your head. Then you come back down into the squat again. So each squat is going to be a deep squat. And each press is going to be a fully extended press over top of your head. And then also try to control your form and not to jerk about. Don't go all fast. You want to have nice controlled press and squat. Okay, the next exercise is going to be a back extension. If you do it right, you'll get somewhat of a, especially next day, you get somewhat of a feel if you did a deadlift. But the main portion of it is to work your lower back. So again, for this exercise, the back extension, which you're going to be trying to get it up to 20, you're going to need either a plate or a medicine ball. I'm going to show you how to do it with a plate. Actually, I should show you how to do it with a medicine ball. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it with a plate. So with the with the holes, the grips there, you grab it right in the middle, both hands. and you're just going to you can have your legs shoulder width apart or closer or a little bit wider. And you're just going to bend straight over with your back straight. You're going to try to keep your back straight as possible. Bend straight over and drop down as far as the weight can go. If you have something to stand on, like some crates or maybe some boxes or something, that will work out good because then you could, or on some stairs, like in front of stairs. But be careful if you stand in front of stairs anyway. It'll give you more range to drop the weight. If you have a medicine ball, then you'll definitely be able to drop the weight lower. But you're going to go straight down, and you're going to keep your knees, you're going to try to keep your knees straight the whole time. So when you're dropping back, you let your hips fall backwards, and you keep your back straight. Go down as far as you can, and then you just come back up. Go straight back. Make sure when you get back up, you clench your glutes to pull your hips forward some more. And then you go back down, come back up. If you want to add a little bit more into that exercise, you go down, bring the weight back up, and then roll your shoulders like you're doing a shoulder shrug. So you pick your shoulders up and you roll them backwards into position. So it goes like this. So that will be the first set. You're going to do those two exercises for 3 rounds before you move on to the next group. Both of those exercises you're going to want to try to get to 20. If you can't get to 20, that's fine. But try your best to get to 20. If you can do more than 20, even in the third set, don't do it. Just go up to 20 and that's it. And then next time you do this exercise, you want to increase your weight. The next set are push-ups, deep push-ups, which you would need something to place your hands on so that your hands could go past its normal range that it would be on the ground. And that way you can get a nice stretch. And then also we're going to do something called conductors. I don't know what it's called, but my friend called it conductor one day, and so that's what popped in my head. So for the deep push-ups, you're going to need something to put your hands on. So I'm going to use these dumbbells as a way to extend in the push-up so I can go down deeper. You can also use something to add for difficulty, which is like putting your feet up for a decline push-up. But for the standard push-up, just put my hands on the edge. These are 6-sided dumbbells, so they stay flat. If you have rounded dumbbells, don't try it. Try something else. But I just put my hands on the edge of these, and then get into a regular push-up position, and then go down. And this way, you can go farther down into your push-up when you're doing it. I'll show you from the front. See, you can go farther down into it. And when I'm farther down in, you get a stretch across your pecs and your shoulder. Now, as far as the conductors are concerned, I probably need to come up with a better name for it. But you can take a dumbbell or a light plate or something of that nature, because you're going to be working your shoulders. I have this to use, and it's probably going to be a bit heavy for me. But what you're going to do is it's a 2-parter to it. You're going to do a 4 lateral raise, and then you're going to do a side raise. When you do side raise, you're going to rotate your hands to the side, flat, so your hands are flat towards the ground. And then when you're doing it from the front, you're going to raise your hands so your hands are perpendicular to the ground. So parallel and then perpendicular. Just like this. Another thing I've learned going through this before is that don't extend your arms straight across. You want to have your arms a little bit forward when you do it. So straight ahead and then forward, oh, well, slightly. And then straight ahead, I guess. I'll show you with the weight. Once again, with every other exercises, you want to control it. You don't want to just be swinging your arm everywhere. And for both of those, well, for the push-ups, you want to go until 25. Try to hit 25. And then for the conductors, you want to do, you try to get to 20. Yeah, you try to get to 20. So you do those 3 times, as many as you can for each set, and then you move on to the last group. The last group is dumbbell curls and inverted rows. If you can't get a bar for the inverted row, then do a single arm row, bent over row, to basically do the same thing as you would otherwise. Okay, so this is gonna be the inverted row. Honestly, I didn't really think about it. The fact that I don't really have the right type of stuff to be doing inverted rows in my house. Well, like great inverted row in my house. But if I just put these things together, I could do a somewhat good inverted row. So to do one, you need something like this or a regular bar, and then you can put it across the chairs. You lay on your back. It works better for me with my hands in a reverse grip instead of the regular grip, because with the regular grip my arms flare out and I don't have that much space on the sides. So to do a regular inverted grip, you'll put your legs far ahead of you, and then you're just gonna pull yourself up towards the bar so that it gets close to your chest. Okay, for curling, you can either do them at the same time or one at a time. I like to alternate with both with my hand at the same time. So to curl, let's show you from the side first. You're gonna have your hands like this, which would be if you raise it up, it would be perpendicular to the ground. And then when you're raising your arm up in a curling fashion, you're gonna rotate your wrist so that now by the time you get to the top, your arm will be parallel to the ground. Your hand position anyway. So it'd be like this. There's a twist. And it's from the front. And when I do this, I want to keep control of my body. I don't want to do any swinging. You might see some people do this. I don't do anything like that. I like to try to keep as many muscles out of it as possible, so that the more focus is on the actual muscle I'm working. You're gonna be going to 12 with these. Once you get to a point where you can't go anymore, you can't hardly lift the weight, then you want to switch to a hammer curl, just like this. And you try your best to get to the max number doing these after you can't do the regular curls. So that last group of the dumbbell curls and the inverted rows, you're going to do the dumbbell curls 12 times. You're going to do the inverted rows 20 times. You're going to do 3 sets of those also, and then you're done. You get to take your break. In between each group, you can, take a tad bit of break, drink some water, stuff like that. But when you're still doing the sets in between, and if you're still in the section of 2 exercises, try not to take a break. Just go from one to the other, one to the other. And then after you finish that group, take your little break, drink some water, get a breather, and go to the next group and do that one. Hope y'all like this exercise routine. Like I said before, this is for intermediate to advanced. Leave a comment, subscribe, share, and like the video, and I'll see you guys next time.